All right, let's get right into this explainer and decode a mystery that has literally puzzled humanity since, well, the dawn of dating. We're talking about how to tell if someone is actually interested in you romantically without them ever having to say a single explicit word. Because let's face it, whether it's a fear of rejection, maybe a little shyness, or just a preference that you take the initiative, attraction isn't always announced, but it is absolutely always signaled.
And that brings us to the universal dilemma. Does she actually like me, or is she just being friendly? It's the exact question that causes total analysis paralysis for so many of us, right? You definitely don't want to overstep if she's just being nice, but you also don't want to completely miss an amazing opportunity if she's genuinely interested. So today, we're going to clear up all that confusion by walking through 15 specific, grounded signs that she actually wants you to make the first move.
Now, the crucial point before we look at these signs is understanding this concept of the silent language. Basically, this is attraction revealed through small, consistent behaviors rather than explicit words. And here's the catch. You cannot and really shouldn't just look for one isolated event. I mean, if she smiles at you once, she might just be having a really good day. What you need to look for are consistent clusters of this silent language over time. If you see multiple signs happening repeatedly, that is when the picture becomes crystal clear.
So let's kick things off with Section 1, Nonverbal Clues, Reading the Room.
Let's look at our first bucket of signs. These are the physical cues that show she's comfortable and genuinely interested in connecting with you, even before a conversation really gets deep. First up, she finds reasons to be near you. You know, people naturally make time and space for those they actually enjoy. If she's suddenly sitting near you a lot or just casually joining conversations you're in, pay attention to that. Second, eye contact. If she holds it just a little longer than normal or frequently looks your way and smiles, huge indicator of comfort. Third is full attention. In our world of constant smartphone distractions, if she actually puts away her phone, listens, and asks follow-up questions when you speak, that is an incredibly meaningful sign of interest. And finally, open body language. Notice if she faces you directly or naturally mirrors your posture without even realizing it. This physical foundation is basically the bedrock of mutual interest, because comfortable, open body language almost always reflects emotional comfort.
Moving right along to Section 2, Conversational Signals, what she says and how she says it.
Let's see how this builds when we look at how she actually communicates with you. It is a fantastic sign of healthy attraction if she's putting in the effort here. Like, does she text you first or say hello without waiting for you to initiate? That shows she simply enjoys talking to you. And what about your jokes? Be honest, if she laughs at them, even the really, really bad ones, it's honestly less about the joke itself and way more about her just enjoying the interaction with you. Then you got to look at the memory factor. Recalling a random story you told weeks ago, remembering that important meeting you had, or just knowing your exact favorite coffee order, that means you matter to her. Throw in some lighthearted, respectful teasing to build connection, and casually checking to see if you're single. Yeah, she's definitely trying to figure out if she has a chance. Those are massive conversational clues.
Now, there's also a vast difference between friendly compliments and meaningful ones. Look, anyone can say, hey, nice shirt, but praising your character, your sense of humor, your kindness, or telling you something like, I really admire your ambition, well, that carries far more weight. When she notices and verbalizes how you handle situations or who you are at your core as a person, she is looking at you through a completely different lens than just a casual acquaintance.
All right, Section 3, the ultimate green lights, strong signals to make your move.
Okay, so we've covered the baseline physical and conversational cues, but now we're entering the territory of the most direct indicators that she wants you to step up. If you're seeing these, the odds are strongly in your favor. First, she actively looks for opportunities to spend time together, easily accepting invitations and suggesting activities. But here is one of my absolute favorites. Her friends already know who you are. Seriously, if you walk up to her group and our friends are smiling, giving each other knowing looks, or subtly teasing her, trust me, close friends hear about someone way before that person even realizes it. Also, watch how she reacts to respectful flirting. If she smiles, plays along, and keeps the conversation going instead of pulling away, that warm response is an incredibly encouraging sign. Because at the end of the day, healthy attraction involves consistent effort from both sides over time.
But out of all the 15 signs we're covering today in this explainer, there is one specific behavior that stands head and shoulders above the rest. The ultimate green light.
And it's this, creating opportunities for you to lead. For example, she might mention wanting to try a new restaurant, purposefully talk about being completely free this weekend or casually say she'd love to see a certain movie that just came out. Now, she might not be asking you out directly, but by dropping these incredibly specific hints, she is purposefully leaving the door wide open for you to make the next move. She's literally handing you the setup. All you have to do is step up to the plate.
Which brings us to Section 4, making your move, from observation to action.
So, you've spotted these clusters of signs in her behavior. You see the open body language, the meaningful compliments, and she just told you she has absolutely zero plans this Saturday. Now, what is the actual game plan? Please, whatever you do, do not spend months trying to decode every single micro-interaction. If you see the patterns, just follow these 3 steps. Step 1, confirm those consistent patterns we just mapped out. Step 2, make a respectful, confident move. Start a conversation, invite her for coffee, suggest a casual date, or simply tell her you've really enjoyed getting to know her and would love to spend more time together. Just be genuine. And step 3, which is incredibly important, respect her response, whatever it may be. Remember, attraction isn't about reading minds. It's about paying attention and communicating honestly.
To wrap up, I really want you to remember this quote. Confidence isn't the absence of uncertainty. It's having the courage to express genuine interest while accepting that the answer may be yes or no. It is perfectly normal to feel nervous or uncertain, guys. But gaining clarity through confident, respectful action is always, always better than sitting around forever wondering what if. Take the chance. Either way, you gain the clarity you need.
So, I want to leave you with a question to think about, and I'd absolutely love to hear about your experiences. What's the biggest sign that tells you someone is genuinely interested in you? Have you noticed any of the specific behaviors we talked about today, or is there a completely different silent signal that you just swear by? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for joining me to decode the silent language of attraction. Keep observing, stay confident, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.